If you spend enough time in outdoor pursuits, every once in a while, things are going to go a little bit south. In this video, we're going to examine an incident that happened to me.
So obviously, there's a story behind this one. Thanks for joining us, and let's get into it. I thought the story of that trip and the lessons learned might be a helpful video. So that's what we're going to do today. Hear what went wrong and what went right. I guess I should note before we get too deep into this, I was not seriously hurt that day. I was pretty shaken up, but I was not seriously hurt. I mean, I'm here, ain't I? So what really happened is kind of stupid. It was a spot just like this. The trail was much more rocky. And as I tried to climb it, I lost momentum and I fell down an area similar to this. Not here, but similar to this. The worst part was, there's a bunch of rocks down there. And that hurt. I was on the Armijo Trail, which is on the east side of the mountains. And it was a trail that I hadn't really ridden before and wasn't that familiar with.
It had been a while since I had ridden, and with rusty skills and an unfamiliar trail, it was sort of a recipe for a mini disaster, and that's exactly what happened.
I went out alone that day, which isn't really the best idea by itself, but what made that much worse is I only told one person where I was going. I told the guy who dropped me off, my friend Toby, what my plan was, but the problem is he doesn't really know the trails very well. So,
well, what do I know about mountain bike trails?
Very well. So if I had been seriously injured, I guess he would have known where to start looking, but wouldn't have known where to go from there.
The general rule to follow is to tell 3 people where you're going, what time you expect to be back, and for you to follow that plan. But sometimes nature has different ideas and you can't stick to that plan.
That's why I always try and carry one of these. It's a personal locator beacon. And what this does is, after you've registered it, put up the antenna, hit that red button, and it will call for help. You just need a clear view of the sky. Now, you don't know when that help is going to arrive. You don't know how that help is going to arrive. One person, a whole team. So it's not an end-all, be-all, but it's a little bit of a peace of mind if you find yourself in a case where you couldn't get out. Another problem that day was I was rushed.
You know you got to be back by 3 for that budget meeting.
Yeah, if you don't know how long something is going to take, to leave yourself plenty of time to accomplish your goals for that day. Because I don't know about everybody else, but once you start rushing, you start making mistakes, and that is exactly what happened that day to me. One important lesson I learned is have some food with you. You don't know how long you're going to be out there if something goes wrong. Now, it doesn't have to be a full meal and a whole cook your lunch setup, but a couple bars or something is going to give you the energy to think straight, assess your situation. It's also going to pick up your morale a little bit. I wanted to take a second to talk about first aid. Yes, a first aid kit is super critical, but what's more important is to know how to use it. For example, this is my entire first aid kit. You don't need that much stuff, but you need to know how to use it, and you also know how to improvise. Now, I highly recommend going out and getting trained in first aid. I have wilderness first aid. I've had it several times, and it has come in useful many times. So go out and get that training, but also carry a good first aid kit. Cold, wet, rainy, snowy. Ugh, day in the Sandias. Seems like a good day for a mountain bike ride. What? So the question might be, geez man, did anything go right? And the answer to that is a lot went right. I had the right training to assess my injuries and take care of my injuries. I had a map and compass to find a shortcut route out of there. Probably most importantly, I had on a helmet. A helmet in a mountain bike crash will reduce your risk of injury by almost 70%. I have a lot of experience to know what I was doing. I stayed calm, so a lot did go right. Well, it is getting cold and wet out here, so I think it's time to call an end to this video before I gotta make another lessons learned video about everything that went right and wrong in this one. So thanks for watching, and we will catch you on the next one.